What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers Without Filters podcast. Joseph's throwing around bottle caps. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and tonight I'm drinking from New Holland Brewing Company, the Tangerine Space Machine.
It is a salad brew.
God damn. Ooh, baby. Good shit.
How does the canned compare to when we had it on tap?
So I didn't have it on tap when I was there. I tried one of your guys's, but I didn't have a whole pint of it myself.
Oh, that's right. You had the stout or something.
I had the kombucha IPA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which was
IPA.
delicious.
Kind of an oxymoron. There's like a 4%.
You just didn't like it said ginger in it.
There wasn't enough pine needles.
He doesn't agree with anything that beer stands
It's my
for.
opinion that it's a garbage ass IPA.
Yeah, well, there you go. But anyway, that's why I can't really tell too much, but in the can, it does not disappoint. I mean, this shit is delicious.
I believe it.
And it's only $10 at Jim's.
Yeah, it's $15 everywhere else.
That's damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Those good prices at Jim's. So then I'm Joseph with a Shorts Brew Controversy-Ale. It's controversial.
Oh, I get it.
And I bought it because the label only says IPA on it. Like, there is no indication of what this is other than IPA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing on the flavors or like what it's going for.
It's very minimalist.
Yeah, and it's got like neon colors on the label. I thought it was pretty neat.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty fruity, pretty hoppy. So
Tastes like an IPA.
tastes like a standard IPA.
Can't complain.
It's like not like anything out there, but no, it's.
I'm Gabe, and I got the 15-pack of Centennial IPAs that I'm working through. It was like $1 a beer. It worked out. It was a little bit more, like $16 for a 15-pack of craft beer.
It's not bad at all.
That's an IPA, so I was like, math's out all right.
Not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. And I'm dating. I'm taking it easy with mango LaCroix.
What brewery makes that?
It's actually in Michigan. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure LaCroix is made in Michigan.
Huh? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Warren, Michigan.
Huh?
It's over on the east side.
Really didn't know that.
It's distributed there.
That's where the Coonan Brewery is.
I voted for them on the March Madness breweries.
So all of you Michigan folks, there is a March Madness bracket from Michigan breweries.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. For some reason, the KVC's seated like super high.
3.
Yeah, 3 seed for the region.
But Ordoc isn't. Ordoc is subjectively so much better. Objectively, sorry. Subjectively.
I mean, it sure probably
It
is
is
subjectively, but it's
objectively
also
awesome.
objectively.
Yeah, it is objectively just better.
I basically just voted for all the breweries I recognize.
That's all I did, yeah.
I mean, that's what regular March Madness is too.
Yeah, honestly. But at least with regular March Madness, there's like some colors and mascots involved. And you could argue there's like logos, but they're not listed on the site, so it's like,
You look for the prettiest one.
Well, dude, honestly, can design, when I'm like trying to find a new beer, can design is a huge deal. Like the big Lake brewing companies I've had recently, really like clean can design, really good texture on the cans.
I like those.
You know, I just catches my eye, then I
Like,
go.
I'm not a fan of that can design.
This is a
Joseph's.
bottle.
Same thing. You know what I mean?
I like it. It reminds me of like a retro, like the. Remember, like we talking about the movie, The Nice Guys? Yeah, it's exactly The Nice Guys.
Yeah.
This one, I think Founders, they have good beer, but their can design is just garbage. Like, this is an ugly can.
All of their can designs are ugly as shit.
But their beer is good.
Yeah.
So, the only reason I drink it is because I know it's good.
There's a Minnesota brewery called Insight I've had a couple times. Their beer is fine, but their cans are really cool. It's really just like one color background and then like a minimalist logo. It was like that Moscow Mule beer I had.
Yeah. That was garbage as well because it had ginger in it.
Yeah, but then there's that Splendid Moose, I think.
I don't like
I
don't like the Surly cans.
Oh yeah, the Surly cans are like super over
the
top.
and they look like they're dated. Like it was cool in 2005.
Yeah, I think that's kind of their aesthetic, you know.
It might be, but like their beer is really good, but the cans just look like shit.
Yeah. All right, well, this is episode 24 of the podcast. Thanks for coming back. Don't forget to follow us on socials at EWF Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. And you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud for your downloading or streaming pleasure. So let's get into it. Gabe, you did some things today.
I did.
Tell me about them.
Well, first off, I drove halfway to Marquette because Patty forgot her laptop.
Yikes.
But besides
so you really started the day off right.
Yeah, really started the day off great.
What time did you leave to do that?
It was like more 1.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
That's why
She just made it all the way back. Like she was only like 10 minutes away, and then I noticed that she left. But besides that, I did some cleaning So I have a bunch of clothes, or had, I guess I should say.
Well, you still have.
Yeah.
You haven't donated.
I haven't donated them yet, but I have a bunch of clothes that I just haven't like tried on since like senior year of high school, which is a while ago.
Yeah.
So I had, I don't know, probably 10 pairs of pants at least, a decent amount of shirts, and then because we're all moving out of the house in a couple months.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get rid of stuff slowly so that I don't have a bunch of shit to lug around. So I got all that stuff around, but man, it feels good to have all that stuff at least like packaged away.
Damn straight.
Like, I don't know. I have a really I had a problem when I first started off college, like just accumulating stuff. And now I realize that was dumb and I should get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
But it feels really good. It was a little disappointing to see all the clothes and you can see my waist go up year by year. I mean, I was a 29 when I first
I was gonna
started.
ask what was your criteria? Was it stuff not fitting, or is this old stuff? Or you're like, this doesn't.
A
look good on
combination
me,
of did I like it, or would I see myself wearing it? You know.
Yeah.
If I haven't worn it in over a year, it immediately got in the donate pile.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of jeans that were 29-inch waist, and I'm not at 29 anymore. I'm 30. I don't know, 30 stretchy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
gotta account for the bloat every once in a while.
No, but I'm a solid 30. So there was some 28s and 29s in there that I had to, they got the X. But they were nice stuff. I had a bunch that I never even took the tags off of. But then I went in the basement. I'm going to try and get rid of my extra snowboard, get rid of my extra skateboard, longboard thing.
Well, what about those pants that you had me try on?
Oh yeah. So there's these pants, and they were called the Pure Denim line. And I held them up, and their thighs were just fucking huge, double my thighs easily.
Yeah.
Oh,
So these jeans were a 30-30.
They were a 30-30, but their thighs were imagine double my thighs.
Yeah.
So I tried them on, right? And the legs fit me. So just for some context, I wear a 34-inch athletic fit pant, pants, whatever you want to call them. It's just pretty much for my thighs and my ass, and I could fit my legs into those 30-30s.
They were big.
It was disgusting.
I pulled those holy shit, who is this for?
If I were a fucking Olympic squatter,
Maybe.
Massive
Yeah.
thighs.
What is that,
Tiny-
skinny
tiny
waist?
waist.
Yeah.
Tiny waist, huge legs.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got rid of most of it, and I'm just trying to. I feel bad throwing stuff away. I've told people, talked about that on the podcast before. Or I don't know. I feel guilty about it because a lot of this stuff is just manufactured just to be thrown away.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for partaking in it.
Yeah.
But it's been sitting in the basement. There was I had 2 bins down there that were from the dorms that I hadn't touched. So I'm all right, there's clearly useless stuff in this. Yeah. Throwback. But there was just so much garbage that was this is not meant to last at all. So I just tossed it. But
Were you nostalgic for anything that you found?
a couple of things. I mean, there was some photos, and I mean, I had some really old DS box cover art that I could, or the boxes.
The boxes, yeah.
So I had the Pokemon Diamond box, which was hard to toss, but I ended up tossing that or recycling it.
Yeah.
And just some photo stuff, and actually weirdly enough, some rocks. I had some rocks in a bag, but it was because it was on the hike that we went on.
Out to Montreal Falls.
And I got some.
I remember that.
What's the name of the rock that?
Petoskey Stone?
No. You didn't even let me explain it.
Well, that's a pretty common rock.
Is it pumice? The one that can float?
Yeah.
Yeah, has a big chunk of pumice. And then there was one on Montreal Falls that has some really cool layering.
Where'd you get pumice from?
The Frida ruins.
Are you sure that was pumice?
Yeah.
I don't think
It might not
pumice
be.
exists.
I am not a geologist.
Is it dark colored?
It is black, yes.
It's probably just basalt then.
It's porous though.
Yeah. You
It
can
could-
have porous
yeah.
basalt.
I'm not a geologist. I took jocks
I
for
just-
rocks.
I just don't think
Rocks
that-
for jocks.
Yeah.
Jocks for rocks.
I missed. There's a
Jocks
story.
for rocks be a great club.
There's a story behind it. I once accidentally said that, so now I always call it jocks for rocks. But I took that my first semester. Rocks for jocks.
God damn. I would love to see it as a club of like a bunch of just jockey motherfuckers, but like really into rock. You know? Like, it's like they go to the Seaman like mineral museum like every day. You know, there's like
just these meatheads.
Yeah.
Pretty rock.
There's what glows in the dark, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, the reason I want to talk about this is because we're all moving out. You know, in a month or so.
Month and a half. I did
not even, dude. May 3rd.
May 4th, but yeah.
It's already. Oh, it's May 24th. Okay, yeah. I thought it was already like May 30th. But we're moving out.
What?
It's March 30th.
It's
March 30th. Sorry. Anyway, we're moving out soon. And I was thinking about when you were doing this today, it made me think I have a bunch of shit. Like I store my things in Joseph's room.
Yeah, you store a lot of shit in my room.
Because you have like an extra
You have like
closet.
4 closets. Okay,
3.
3, but
Yeah, you have 3 closets and I don't have a closet, so I push stuff in your room.
Yeah.
And you were saying like you went in there like the other day.
And there's just a bunch of shit.
Yeah, just everywhere.
There's like boxes. I mean, it'll be helpful when we move out to put stuff away, but still, there's just a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
I still have a computer box of like just random computer parts.
Yeah.
I have a big Ziploc bag full of computer shit.
And like cables. I have just
Yeah.
thousands of
I
HDMI
kept my
cables.
motherboard box because it's small, and I
Mhm.
just threw all my shit, all like the computer parts in that.
Mm.
So that's where I have all like the cable, extra
Right.
cables and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm just like dreading getting rid of that stuff because it's gonna be a whole thing, you know. And I feel like I inherited some of my dad's mannerisms where he's like, I wouldn't call him a hoarder, but he very rarely.
Just in case.
He's a just in
Yeah.
case.
My mom does the same thing. I do the same thing.
Yeah, whenever he buys anything, he keeps the box just in case.
Mhm.
You know, and it's
You
just
never
like,
know.
I get it. You know, they ship things a lot, so it's good to have the boxes around. But Jesus Christ, he got a lot of fucking boxes in his basement, and I inherited that somewhat. Where sometimes I'm like, oh, let's throw a box in Joseph's closet. You know, it's fine. But I've tried to be better about that. Where it's like breaking down stuff and just getting rid of it immediately because you just don't need it. But
Yeah, I think it was Dayton that I had a conversation with that. This was like a couple weeks, maybe months ago, where I was like saying that I had this stuff just in case, and he's like, if you haven't used it in over a year, there's no just in case. Just buy it later if you need it again.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to that.
I mean, for most things.
Yeah, for most stuff, not like important shit.
Yeah. I do say I think it's really nice to have like TV boxes and your computer
monitor
case.
boxes.
Monitor boxes are huge because transporting those things can be scary because you don't want to like throw it in the back of your car because it can break really easily. But if you put it back in the original packaging, it's already kind of molded. So
I just use blankets at this point.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's what I do. I mean, because like I have my dual monitor stand, so it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm not taking them off there. I'm just gonna leave
That's a
all the
good point.
cables right on there, and I lay them flat,
yeah,
and then I just put like a towel underneath them.
it works.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get in an accident.
Even so, if I get in an accident, I have more issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Just broken monitors.
Your couple of monitors are not the problem.
But I think the clothes thing is really interesting because like my wardrobe has not really changed
Yeah, mine hasn't either.
since
That was
like high
the crazy
school.
part.
You know, like I don't buy a lot of clothes, and I still wear T-shirts I've had for fucking like 8 years.
Joseph's currently wearing a high school t-shirt.
I'm wearing my senior year cross country shirt right now. So yeah, like I wear the same shit. I mean, I've gotten rid of most of the high school stuff just because like I don't give a fuck about like I got one of those like Clash shirts where it's like the big 15 on the back and all our signatures.
Those are
cringy.
awful.
I mean mine I didn't mind it because it was like just a black shirt
Yeah.
and said South Haven on it.
See,
And,
it's like
stay classy or
I
something.
think like the one high school shirt I still have is my AP English long sleeve one,
Yeah.
and the only reason I keep that one is because I really like the color of it.
Yeah, it's
Purple?
It's a
purple.
yeah, it's a nice purple long sleeve.
Well, I dug up my AP Chem shirt last time I was home because I found
that
it.
one's so funny.
It's the funny shirt, It's like a super like cringy nerd shirt,
Yeah.
but I like it a lot. It's a long sleeve, so it's it works. But
Yeah, I have a couple sweatshirts up there that have my last name on it and like soccer and like Owasso Trojans helmet on the back. I don't want them,
No,
but I can't donate them.
sure you
yeah,
Well, it says my last name
So?
in a city that is very far away from here.
dude, people buy anything
I don't
for
know.
like parties. Like, how much have we gone to Goodwill to buy some dumb shit for a party we were going to? I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
And if
Just-
somebody's like
and
really
I mean, if
struggling
someone-
for
if someone-
clothes, they
yeah.
don't fucking care whose name's on it.
That's true.
I almost
Especially if it's like not disgusting. It's like
I mean,
fairly
if they're
decent.
clean. It's,
Well, I mean disgusting and like ratty,
Oh.
like torn. And,
yeah.
You know those khakis that I wore for like a year straight that had the holes in them?
Yeah.
Those got tossed.
Good.
Well, when I was home last too, I found my old track sweatshirt
Mm-hmm.
because it's super like comfy,
Mm-hmm.
and I forgot how comfy it was. I put it on, I'm like, I want to bring this back up, but I already have so many goddamn sweatshirts. Like, I don't need another gray sweatshirt. All my fucking sweatshirts are gray. Like, I don't need another one. So I left it back. But there's so many clothes back in my room.
Swapped
at home.
it.
Yeah, I probably could have, but I didn't bring a good sweatshirt to swap it with. But
I feel like for the most part, like clothes wise, I haven't, like you were saying, I haven't changed my wardrobe at all. I picked up a few shirts here and there. I'm like, oh, I like those, or I want to, get a few new things. But all the other stuff is just from Christmas. Like, I have tons, like half those jeans are just from Christmas gifts that like just didn't fit or right or whatever. And once I leave, like I can't go and like return it for something that fits,
Right.
because they don't have that much time. So
I don't know about you guys, but like I have a hard time buying clothes because it's so expensive.
it's
I feel
super pricey.
I feel like they're so expensive, and I'm probably just me being adverse to it because I haven't had a lot of experience like buying a lot of clothes. But like whenever I go shopping, I'm like, it's a nice shirt, but like, is it worth it? Like I don't know what's worth it. Like,
Yeah.
is $50 for a flannel worth it if it's like super high quality and warm? Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
But and then when should you get rid of old shirts, bring in new ones? Because I feel like my wardrobe's probably pretty dated. I probably should have nicer things, but like it's expensive to do that.
Mine would be considered out of style. At the same time, I don't give a shit.
See, that's one nice thing about having older sisters is like
You gotta wear their clothes.
no
Hand-me-downs.
is that they'll buy me clothes for like Christmas or my birthday, and like it's nice stuff. Like they know like what looks decent.
That's
and,
the other
like,
thing. I don't even know what I want.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, going off of that, so I tried Stitch Fix last year.
is that the subscription type of box?
Yeah,
deal?
so like you basically download the app, you put in your information, like your measurements
Size,
and stuff,
yeah.
and then like it has like a quiz, like okay, between like these styles, which one do you think is best to you, or what do you like to wear? And you say go through all the stuff, so they kind of have an idea of what you like and don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a person who like sends you, okay, basically said I'll send you these 5 things, and then if you don't want anything, send them all back, or just buy what you want, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
So I did that, and they sent me like a pair of shoes, some jeans, and like 3 shirts or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up buying the shoes and the jeans, but there's something. It's like it's just too expensive. Like it's just I'm not at a point in my life right now where I can spend that much money on stuff,
Yeah.
And like they were nice, like they look good, but I'm just like I can't spend this much money on clothes. And maybe once we have all the jobs, it'll be different. But
Yeah.
I want to look good, but also it's like
To me, like my money is worth more than like me looking cool in clothes.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to buy outerwear than I am like just like shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because 90% of the time I'm wearing like a jacket or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or
that's just because like where we live.
Especially
So
up
we wear
here,
a jacket
like,
most of the time.
Sweatshirts and jackets.
But it's like I just bought a new windbreaker.
Yeah.
And I'd been like looking at it for a while. Like I research things probably way too much before I buy them. But I'm gonna end up wearing that so much more than I would like a long sleeve like shirt or like a flannel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
Yeah.
I definitely I like in the winter I just basically resort to sweatshirts and jackets. Barely see the t-shirt I have.
Mhm.
Or like any shirt really.
But in the summer, you're wearing t-shirts all the time.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm like conflicted because like I have a ton of like graphic tees. Like I mostly just buy graphic tees. I have a few plain ones now, but like I still have a bunch when I was like younger.
Mm-hmm.
I still like them and I still like to wear them, but I feel like do I look like dumb being like almost 22 and wearing like a graphic t-shirt? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean
it depends on what it is.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
If it's like troll face from middle school.
They come out your nose a little bit.
Oh,
there,
that's
Pete.
hurting to go down. It feels like a solid mass of water going down my throat. Oh.
That carbonated water.
Dude, I saw on campus, so like a college student wearing like one of those dumb shirts where it's like it was those stick figures and one doesn't have like the body and said don't worry I got your back and the guy's looking and I'm like you chose to wear that today.
I think it's just an extension of the way Gabe feels. I feel like that kid just straight up doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's
He's
like-
takes it another level past my.
And you know what? If it's clean, I don't care. As long as it
Yeah.
doesn't smell like shit and doesn't sit next to me, then whatever.
Yeah, I know, it's just
I can't do those memes.
I feel
t-shirts.
like-
Yeah.
okay.
I don't think it's a meme.
Well, sorry, the t-shirts that are themed where it's like
It's supposed to be a joke.
It's supposed to be a joke, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody's supposed to read that and laugh.
Oh, like
Yeah.
the
duct
like,
tape is silver, silence is golden.
yeah, or the
Yeah.
or like the ones where it's like as the classic triangle and it has like the X that circle and it's like find X and it's like I found it. It's just like piss off.
Those
like,
and also where it's like, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. Like some sort of like
Oh
outward
my
like quote.
gosh.
Yeah.
What I cannot wear those kind of shirts. It's like it feels like I feel like an asshole. You know, I don't want people to like, oh, what's your shirt? Oh, you know.
Yeah.
I just wear like most of mine are just like logos where it's like I like a Coca-Cola shirt or like a Shelby Mustang shirt where it's just like logos. Like,
Oh,
I
you like Mustangs?
I really love minimalism, like minimalist like logo designs.
I feel like I've moved off of graphic tees and more into like just plain t-shirts. Like
Dude,
the ones
that's
that
what
I
I've
did
been
around.
wearing since like junior year of high school.
Anything graphic that I wear now is mostly just band tees I buy at concerts.
Yeah.
Like and those are all black t-shirts with like the band like whatever
Dude,
artwork.
that's so
in it.
metal.
Yeah. But I just wear those like to concerts and like the other thing is over at my internship last summer I had to dress up, so I had 2 days where I had to like go outside.
I remember that. You had to go buy some stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, so I had a bunch of dress clothes, but like I'd get off work and then I'd just put on a shirt, but like I didn't care.
Yeah.
And then like I had 2 days, I had Saturday and Sunday where I had to put on normal clothes.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter to me what I wore.
Well, yeah, and I had a, you probably did too. I had to buy some more dress clothes because I
Oh,
only
I
had
have
so
so much
many.
dress clothes
And I'm like,
now.
okay, I can't wear the same fucking shirt every day, you know? I
Oh,
got
yeah.
rotation.
Yeah, my mom's like, you need more dress clothes.
Yeah. I had one guy that I worked with who got his dress shirts like fitted, or I don't know what you'd call that.
Tailored,
yeah. But he got 5 of them exactly. And they had his like initials on it, and you just cycle through every week the same 5 shirts. He's like,
Honestly.
man, I don't blame you at all. Like that's a
Yeah.
smart ass idea because they fit perfectly for him because
Yeah.
they're suited.
Yeah.
They look nice.
Yeah.
It's like who fucking cares?
That's actually a good point because like, there's not a huge point in us like redoing our wardrobes before we graduate. Because depending on what job we have.
I mean, mine is like I think business casual.
Can you wear jeans?
Is that like khakis?
No, it's like khakis and like a button down.
Can you do like a polo?
I could probably get away with a polo.
Fuck
but like,
polos.
I don't like polos.
I wore
I
polos
hate
all
polos.
summer, pretty much.
I
I had
thought
like
you wore it most of the time.
that's what everyone in my office or like the building wore. Everyone wore polos. Some people would wear a button-up shirt.
Here's my thing. I don't
Long
think against
sleeve
polos. I think against how I look in polos. It's fucking terrible. I look like a little kid in polos.
It's hard to like pull off polos because like ideally you want to get a polo that's like tight around like your biceps.
Yeah.
But it's like
Oh well, then I'm fucked.
Yeah.
well no that's the thing though. Then you just need to like get a polo that's actually tighter on your bicep. If it doesn't fit you in the bicep, then it's probably not right.
Yeah.
But like I'm pretty sure it's supposed to like, be tight.
Something about like the, what would you call material? How would you like?
Well, it depends.
That like weave where it's like kind of like.
There are some that are.
Are you talking about the synthetic? Synthetic
can't
ones
see
are
what
like
you're doing.
it's got some like it's almost like
It's like
got some heft to it.
Yeah, I hate that.
That
I want to wear light clothes.
how that looks on a collar, I think is just terrible. It reminds me of like kids' clothes. Like kids wearing like little dumb polos. That's how I feel when I wear polos. Like that huge like
It's like that scene in
felt collar.
Ant-Man where he's got the hoodie on, but he's like
Oh yeah, he's like
short. He's a
yeah,
little
he's like yeah, that's a great scene. We gotta watch Ant-Man again. Yeah.
I mean, the ones that I got were all like
They're synthetic.
They're like golf polos.
Yeah,
Essentially is
those
what
are
I
okay,
would wear,
yeah.
and because I golf a lot, so
Yeah,
I
those
mean,
those are fine.
Not a lot.
Like
I,
the Under Armour
I
ones.
golf when I can, but
Yeah, I golf.
Yeah, no, like the
I do
Enterprise ones. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
the heavy, like thick.
Yeah, no, which ones? you're
Fuck
talking
those,
about.
dude.
ours aren't bad. Luckily, the
Mhm.
Sense ones are pretty nice. But yeah,
I don't know. I have like a good chunk of dress clothes though, and I don't know if I'll.
see, I've got a
actually-
long neck, so collared shirts look not shitty on me. So I need
I look
them.
less like a giraffe.
Yeah, it hides it a little bit.
I also feel like it's really hard to pull off polo if you have a beard. I feel like they don't go well together. But that's just me though.
I think I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've the reason I did that Stitch Fix things last year because I was like thinking about high school, right? There's one guy I know named Luke, really good guy, but he always was dressed really well.
Mm-hmm.
Probably too well. He was wearing like Ralph Lauren stuff
At
every
that
day.
point, it's a hobby though.
Exactly, and that's fine. He always looked really sharp, you know.
Mhm.
And I'm like, you know, that catches people's attention. People might want to talk to you more. You know, it's just a good. thing to put out in the world. That you clean up, you look good, you care about how you look, to some extent.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I kind of want to try a little bit more, but trying's hard, so I stopped.
See, and my opinion on that is that no matter how you wear it, you're gonna attract and like unattract like different groups of people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
based on how you're dressing, if you're gonna be dressing like, if you're gonna wear like a suit and tie everywhere, you're not gonna be attracting the same people if you wear athletic wear everywhere.
Yeah.
Like different people are gonna want to talk to you. Different people will look at you differently.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's where all the relaxed people come and hang out with me. Because I look relaxed.
Like Max wearing his melly and shorts every single day.
Dude, Max is a fucking cartoon character. Wears the same outfit. It's not a bad thing at all, but he's just got
It's
the
just
same
a
outfit.
thing.
Yeah, just when you see Max, I can imagine exactly what he's wearing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I think of Joseph and I close my eyes, I just see his face. When I think of Max, I think the sweatshirt, the shorts, and the whole look with a bagel in his hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I guess I just get like self-conscious sometimes about what I'm wearing. Like, for example, if it's a weekend, or pretty much any day actually, I wear jeans and a sweatshirt in the winter, right?
Mm.
That's what I wear. But sometimes I even feel like, because I wear sweatshirts a lot, I wonder if people get like an idea about me, like, oh, he, I don't know, does some dumb shit because he wears sweatshirts all the
I
time.
think you're overthinking it.
I know I am. This is how my brain works. People don't think I like try as much because I'm always wearing sweatshirts, kind of a deal.
Have you seen people on campus in the winter? Everybody has a
Yeah.
fucking sweatshirt on.
Think about some random person that you see on campus all the time that you don't know the name of.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what they wear any day of the week?
No, I'm wearing
Exactly.
people in our classes.
People, dude, they're not gonna fucking notice.
Yeah, it's true.
You're
I don't
the
give a
one
shit with my
who
classes anyway, but still, I'm just saying. I feel like somehow sweatshirts got associated with like being gross. Maybe.
What? No.
I don't know. I was thinking about like shows where like you have like a gamer, right? And all they do is wear sweatshirts and eat chips all day
Uh-huh.
and get sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people, all right? I shower,
We know you shower. You spend about an hour in there.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. I'm just saying, people think I'm gross because I wear sweatshirts all the time. I
I
wear
don't
sweatshirts
think
because they're
that's
warm
the
and they're
stigma.
comfy.
I don't know. To me, if that's the stigma on
wouldn't say that-
sweatshirts, like, fuck it. Sweatshirts are too comfortable.
I don't think it's that sweatshirts are gross. I think there's like it's almost lazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't say that that's equal.
Yeah.
But if
But-
you throw jeans on,
As I'm not wearing sweats, I'm wearing jeans and a sweatshirt, so it's
Yeah.
like.
Now there are days where you're like it's a sweats and sweatshirt day.
Yeah.
You're comfy, but it's
And those days I am like, fuck it, I'm lazy as shit, I'm
Yeah.
tired, don't talk to me. Alright, I'm wearing sweats.
Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny
those
is
are the
that-
days that Jacob puts his glasses on.
Honestly, dude, honestly. Dude, if I ever go to campus, I don't think I do anymore because we have off campus. There were days when I was in the dorms where I'd go to class and all sweats my glasses.
Mhm.
Bad days.
It's funny that you say that because, like in high school, I kind of had that same mentality where like, oh, someone's gonna notice I'm not wearing this or that or whatever.
Yeah.
But lately, there's been a couple days where like I was just hungover or just like didn't feel like it, and I was in a complete crew outfit. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going out in public. Like, I'm getting like closer to being like that middle-aged man that doesn't give a shit about anything.
Wears New Balances everywhere.
Yeah, I'm getting one step closer where I just go on complete sweats. I'm like, fuck it, like, what are they gonna do? Oh, he looks comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
I go to a con and sweat sometimes 'cause I'm like, I'm already like, just don't talk to me. I'm shopping, I got headphones in, just don't fucking bug me. Alright?
You shop with headphones in?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Why wouldn't I? If I go by myself?
I don't know. I don't like shopping.
I don't like going
What's-
out.
I like
when I'm
hearing
public
where,
with
like, I like
headphones.
listening to people, make
Yeah,
sure like
I-
they're not around.
I like
me.
being aware of my surroundings.
Well, I mean, I go out Sundays in the evening, there's like nobody there.
I know, but
Yeah.
even just like hearing things, like I'm kind of weird about that.
I'm
Like even if I'm
way.
like sitting down for lunch, I like to like I would prefer to see everything and like all the people around me than like have my head into a corner.
I mean, trust me, I love being observant. I feel like I'm very observant. And I'm not wearing like noise canceling headphones. I'm wearing like just in ear, like I can still hear things. They're like imagine like the Apple generic iPhone or headphones they give you, like those. Like, I have the generic Google ones. I can still hear things outside of my headphones. And I'm still like kind of aware where people are, but like if I get some solid podcast time in, I mean, I'm not gonna waste that time. That's XP waste. My podcast log's already fucking super backed up. I gotta crank through it sometime.
It's not like the music at a con is any good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty hit or miss.
And it's nice to have some time to your own mind.
Oh,
in
yeah.
my opinion.
I really like shopping by myself because I could just do my own thing.
Is that why you asked me if I want to
Hey,
go
I'll still
shopping?
ask people because I don't want to waste gas, all right? I like being a nice guy, all right?
I'm a nice guy.
I also like going alone and just getting my shit done.
That's fair. It's not like you're waiting for anybody.
Exactly.
I always feel weird going out in public in sweats.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like not that I care that I look or how I look. It's more so like I feel like I'm not prepared for whatever I'm gonna do if I'm wearing sweatpants. Because I like to think I dress pretty utilitarian.
Wear like shorts, dude.
Exactly.
Dude,
Well,
function over fashion. Let's be honest.
Exactly. Like jeans. Like I like to wear jeans because, like, my jeans are like fairly nice jeans, or like my khakis. Because it's one of those things where I could be like just dicking around with my friends, or I could go do something not formal, but like relatively, like I could be. You don't know where I'm going, kind of thing. Like it looks like I have somewhat of a purpose where I could, like I wear a button-up shirt.
You don't look like a hobo.
Yeah, it's like I could be going to class, I could be going to meet people for dinner, I could be going to chooch off at a bar.
Yeah.
Like
you have options.
Yeah. Like I'm not limited to like being frumpy and going to class and coming back or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's fair.
Yeah, part of the function of jeans is that they look decent.
Yeah.
Jeans are good because they rather have to be comfortable and like appealing.
Yeah.
Or sweatpants just
Dude,
max
girls
out, like,
have it
comfy.
fucking easy though. They can just wear leggings and it does both at the same time.
Yeah, you get the best of both worlds.
The only thing that sucks with that is they have no fucking pockets. And if
Unless-
you're dating someone who's leggings,
But
you are
Unless
the
you're
pockets.
Kenzie. Kenzie has the ones
Yeah.
with pockets. And they're
But
awesome.
also, even girls' jeans don't have pockets.
That's true.
Yeah,
Half the
no,
time.
no girls' clothing. has
You
pockets.
become the pockets.
Except for Kenzie, I'm telling you, Kenzie's ahead of the game. All right, she has like huge pockets on the sides of her leggings.
I think you should date Kenzie.
I would never do that. Never do that to Max.
Heard it here first.
And I want to ask, speaking on that kind of note of dating, does Patty ever like, I don't know,
Pawn off her shit so he has to carry it?
No, not even that. Like, does she ever like, hey, maybe you should wear this? Like, she ever like try to like, critique your?
You know,
wardrobe
she
at all?
wears like my clothes all the time.
I know. I was just curious. 'Cause I know
No.
sometimes girls do that. I don't
Not
know.
really. I mean, like if I'm doing like a formal event or whatever, like when we were at the funeral or whatever, she'd be like, "Yo, do this, do that."
Yeah.
It's just nice. But whenever it's like going, like whenever she comes here, she's like, "Oh, this is a nice shirt." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it is," and then she'll like just wear it. It's like
Steals all your good clothes so you look like a slob.
She steals my best clothes. And she pulls it off better than me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But, yeah, besides that, like, formal events, she also dresses pretty, like, casual, I guess.
Yeah.
She wears a lot more, like, athletic type of stuff anyways. That's kind of her thing. And my t-shirts.
And your Luddington sweatshirt.
Yeah. Well, she's taking 2 of my sweatshirts now. So,
Nice.
I'm not getting them
You
back.
should take
apparently.
her 2 of hers.
Yeah. There was, like, one thing I forgot. The last time I was there,
Should
there was...
steal a pair of her
There was something that
leggings.
I liked of hers, and I was like, "Oh, I want this," and she's like, "No, that's not how this works." And I'm like, "Why do you only like the things I have that are nice?" And she's like, "Cause you don't have that many nice things." I was like, okay.
Bitch.
Like, she likes my computer because it just kicks ass when you're trying to do homework.
Yeah.
And you just got screens for days, and then clothes. I have some nice clothes. And she finds them.
To hide them.
Yeah.
Don't wear them while she's around.
Yeah. Save them for your side hose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The ones that don't steal your stuff.
Like you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, did you guys encounter that when you were dating people, like a similar kind of deal?
No. I mean, like, the most that I got was like, oh, hey, that looks nice.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Thanks.
cool. I'm still going to wear this other stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely get it where whenever someone compliments me on something, I'll consciously wear it more often.
That's fair.
I value my sister's opinions, especially in stuff like that. So like, one day I just put on like random pants and a random shirt, and my sister's like, "That looks really good together." Like,
You did a thing.
yeah, and I was
that
like,
worked.
"Huh, okay." And like, I don't remember what it was, but I like remember wearing it a lot more often.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't know. I guess like with that, I kind of, like yeah, whenever I get a compliment on something, but never, I don't think I've ever been like critiqued without me usually without me asking, where
Yeah.
they're like, you should not wear that unless it's like obviously atrocious.
Yeah.
I think in middle school, I would I just didn't care like even less. So I just grabbed 2 things and just put them on. So like it could literally be like, for like just a random example, like camo pants in like a bright yellow shirt or something, or like a bright red shirt, just like it or like a polo. Like none of it ever matched.
Yeah.
And I just never fucking showered in the morning, so I just looked like shit, and I just like didn't care. And then all of a sudden one day I'm like, maybe I should care how I dress.
Is this in your long hair phase?
This was the long hair phase. You guys got
I guess you're just getting all the negatives out at once.
Yeah.
We should have grabbed some of those pictures.
I got one of you.
You stole one?
Well, I didn't
Or you
steal it. I
took-
took a picture
took a-
of
oh,
the
okay.
picture. Yeah.
Wait, was it my cross country one?
No, it was the one
fridge.
that was sitting on the, I think it was on the stairs. Or maybe it was by the TV, but you were pretty young.
Okay.
So.
I don't know, I used to purposefully find Adidas tracksuits that would, or track jackets that would match the track pants, and I would wear those.
Dude,
like,
your mom was
together.
telling us about that, dude. Like
Exclusively. That was for like probably like 2 years.
Yeah.
I had, probably 6 or 7 different
You look like you could belong in Russia.
Adidas track jackets. Man, they were nice though. I got some
bet.
pretty nice ones.
they're pretty comfy too.
Yeah.
I had a guy on my soccer team that every week without fail, one of his outfits, this was junior or senior year, so Aeropostale wasn't a thing for, all the people.
Dude, that was back in what, middle school? Like it probably peaked in like
He had
middle school.
I think I had
I'm
1 or
talking
2 shirts by
bright
freshman
ass
year.
blue, like very bright blue. Sweatpants, like the sweatpants I have on now, but like super blue with the embroidered.
Neon blue?
No, like
I can't imagine like a
like
bright
baby blue?
sweatpants.
yeah, like
Okay.
baby blue, and it had a white Aeropostale like stitched on letters.
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine these
With
perfectly.
the same exact blue sweatshirt.
Yep.
Oh.
He looked like a fucking blueberry,
Yep.
and he wore it every week
Yep.
for the rest of high school.
Dude, I want to get a pair of sweatpants that has Aeropostale stitched right across the ass.
Dude, there's a guy like that in my grade too. He's on my cross country team in track, and he was just, that's all he did was run. So he always wore athletic stuff.
Right.
But he would wear a fucking grout fit almost every day, like the matching gray sweatshirt, gray sweatpants.
Well, how's he gonna tell if he runs or not?
Like on like days we had a meet, we had a whole team to do that because like okay yeah we're a team. But like any day of the week he'd fucking wear that shit. It's like dude, stop with the grout fit, man. That's gross.
Just stop.
I guess really long hair. It's kind of disgusting, but whatever.
Makes them faster.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He needs flames on him.
Funny side story about being faster. So you guys know how like swimmers will like shave their legs and like all their body hair, because drag.
Yeah.
One of my friends in cross country comes to practice one day and he shaved his legs to go faster. In quotes.
Was he serious?
Well, he did it, so yeah, kind of.
Well, I didn't know if he like did it for a meme.
No,
like,
we gave him so much shit. Oh god,
Dude,
it was
road
so
cyclists shave their legs, or at least serious ones.
funny. Don't they wear like full body suits anyway though?
They only go like to the knees.
Yeah, I mean,
I could see it with biking, because you're going quite a bit
I don't
faster,
like running.
and you're gonna
cross country.
run.
It's like
Yeah.
we gave him so much shit. It was
Air
hilarious.
resistance. I mean, the most air resistance is from like your chest.
Yeah, well, bikers like haul ass. In swimming, you're surrounded in a fluid. Like,
Well, air's a
There's
fluid.
a fluid.
well, yes.
That's a
you
much
know-
less viscous.
Yes.
Get shit on.
Well, thank you. I didn't know air was a fluid until today.
The more you know.
Fluid. Hey Dayton, is glass a fluid?
No, glass is a solid.
In middle school, I was taught it was a fluid. So
Yeah,
it's a
well,
fluid.
I'm sure your middle school teacher didn't get the same education that I got.
God damn.
Shots fired.
Let's move on to our second topic, which honestly kind of goes off of that a little bit.
I'm gonna go email her.
Dude, I don't give a shit. I'm a month away from having an undergrad degree in material science. Like, I think I can speak
Yeah, but you
on
don't
this.
have it yet.
I'm pretty sure I can speak on this subject.
Well, going off of people being uneducated, Joseph.
Ouch.
You uneducated swine.
You watched a documentary recently.
I
Would
did.
you like to talk about it?
Yeah, it was. Fuck, what was it called? I don't remember what it was called, but it was
I can look
about
it up.
flat earthers. It was on Netflix.
It was like something the curve, beating the curve, something like that.
Yeah, it was something like the
Yeah.
curve. So, yeah,
I'll find it.
had a pun or something with the curve, and
Which is why you
Behind the
watch
curve.
it.
yeah, behind the curve, and it followed the guy who kind of started the mainstream flat Earth conspiracy, and just talking about like how he came, because like it was already a thing, more or less, and then he kind of brought it, I'm gonna say quote unquote, into the public
Mainstream.
and like kind of the mainstream and like kind of made it more popular.
He was the hipster flat earther.
Yeah, he's like considered the founder, but he isn't.
He's the Elon Musk of flat earthing.
Kind of.
He's the face of the flat Earth conspiracy.
Yeah, he is, and so it would follow him and like some other people that like he's involved with, I guess, of like their theories, and like he went over some tests that they do, and they'd like go on tangents for like 15 minutes. Tangents?
Yeah.
I
You need a damn circle to have a tangent. Or it's a curve. That was a good one.
Anyway, so they'd go spewing shit for like 15 minutes, and then they'd jump to like a psychologist or a physicist, and they would kind of say something that completely disproved everything they were just saying, or explained kind of why they said it. So like there was one part where they were doing tests, and like it essentially, because the Earth spins 360 degrees in 24 hours,
Roughly.
about a full rotation in 24 hours, so that's 15 degrees an hour, right?
Something like that.
Or a minute, or
I
I forget what it, or 5 degrees, I don't know.
It rotates at some
There's a set point.
frequency.
Yeah. So like
15 degrees an hour.
Yeah, so 15 degrees an hour. So if you get a gyroscope, and like a perfect gyroscope, and have it on the Earth, it'll shift 15 degrees in that hour because it's gonna stay at the same point. So they did that. They got a specific gyroscope, like it wasn't a mechanical one.
An Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I don't know.
Amazon Basics.
$5.
Yeah.
No, I think it was a pretty solid gyroscope. But anyway, so it shifted, 15 degrees as it was supposed to.
Right.
And they're like, no. The reason it did that is because the magnetic flux of space moved 15 degrees. Because like
I love how you can just throw in like these
just
random
gonna say.
science terms. The magnetic flux of space.
Yeah.
All conspiracy theory, or most conspiracy theories, I just feel like they just throw in big words so they know what the fuck they're talking. They sound like they know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, like, okay, so
It gets better.
in the flat Earth, like the idea is that we're in like a terrarium. So like space is just
it's a circle around us.
It's
right?
the ceiling,
yeah.
and it's more or less spinning. So that's how you get the stars to spin. So like that spinning is what caused the gyroscope to move, supposedly. So then they put it in some metal, a box of a metal. I forget which one.
Oh, to act like a what's it called?
A Gauss chamber.
Gauss chamber.
Gauss chamber, yeah, to prevent.
GAUSS.
Yes.
Yeah.
To prevent magnetic flux, quote unquote. And so
It still shifts.
It still shifted 15 degrees. So then they're like, well, that clearly didn't work. So they didn't do it yet, but the next test is to put it in some other metal. I forget what one it was, and another chamber, and they didn't get far enough within the filming of the documentary. But then it cut to like this. I think it was a physicist, and he's explaining scientific theory, which is you find a hypothesis, and you test it, and then you come to a conclusion based on the results, right? So what they're doing,
exact opposite,
is they have a conclusion,
Yeah. And they're trying to find it.
and they're trying to find the test that says which to prove their hypothesis.
Yeah.
So, which is completely not how science is supposed to work. They're looking for the one that says yes, not the one that points to the correct answer.
Not the many that say no.
Yeah. So it was just really funny because like they're explaining these tests and then it cuts to that. And then they do another test. And it's basically, they've got like a 4-mile stretch of like a ditch, straight ditch or whatever. So, and they put 2 posts at the same height. At 3 posts. So the 2 ends and then in the middle. So the goal is to line up a laser beam at the same height of the 2 end posts. And if it's flat,
it would just be a straight line.
It'll be at the same height in the middle post, right? Well, it
It's
wasn't.
not.
I'm gonna give you a hint right now. It wasn't. And like that's how they end it. Is like they're like testing it. And you can hear like the end credits, like they're starting to play this like music in the background, and so they're like, "All right, post 1 height, 17 feet, I think they did.
Yeah.
Post 3 height, so like the far end, 17 feet. All right, post 2, what's your height? Like 14 feet, and then credits roll. It just fucking ends, and it's. I don't know, it was just hysterical to watch because like they're clearly like, yeah, these guys are a bunch of nutcases.
Yeah.
However, they're like organized, and it's scary.
Imagine how much good they could be doing if they like put that effort anywhere else.
But the best part is because once you buy into one conspiracy theory,
all of them,
you buy into a lot. Just
Yeah.
inherently, because once you start saying one,
it's the logic. It's like the way that they think makes them susceptible to all these other conspiracy theories.
Well, yeah, but if you believe, NASA's been lying about the curvature of the Earth, well then, okay, NASA's been lying about what's stopping them from lying about the moon landing? What's stopping from this aspect to be lying about? You see these weird coincidences and attain them to be true.
Well, I saw an article not too long ago where there's people who are moderators for Facebook where their entire job is to sit in front of a computer all day and they check to see if posts need to be removed or not based on Facebook's, guidelines, right? And there are these people who they have to look at these fucking nut jobs all day, like all these conspiracy theories all day, and some of them have started to believe them because they've literally, that's their entire job is reading conspiracy theories.
It's literally just propaganda at that point. It's like that's all that they see.
Yeah, and like their mental health is like deteriorating very quickly because they're just reading all this bullshit nonstop every single day.
That's crazy. It's like a disease that's spreading through a cyber medium.
Well, like
that is so funny.
Anti-vax is a great example of that.
Yeah.
Like that's spreading like way more than it should. Like there is like
it is spreading like a disease.
Yes.
Anti-vax is spreading like a disease.
Let that sink in.
Well, I mean, I've talked about it on the podcast before, and I've showed you guys the many tweets of the one specific guy from my hometown who just buys into like all of them.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is, it's one of 2 things. One is like you were saying, the way his mind works is like and the way you were talking about the way the Netflix or the way they did the tests is. It's like looking up on YouTube, is anti-vax real or not?
Yeah.
They scroll all the way to page 20, find the one video that's 20 minutes long with dark, shitty editing, bad audio, and like ominous music, and watch it, and then it fucking just snowballs from there.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I think they're bored. Because the one guy has an awful life outside of his conspiracy theories. Like, I'm just saying, like he just doesn't do any, like he doesn't have a great quality of life, and like his immediate response to like his quality of life being bad was that college was a waste of time. Like that was his main that was the first not even conspiracy theory, but the first like big thing he brought up in social media was that the return on investment was not worth it, and that your quality of life does not get better, and that at the time he was selling bagels was the best, that was the best path. He got fired for making bagels, and now
bagels can be pretty lucrative.
Now he pushes carts at Meijer. Last I know. And he also bitches about not being able to pay his bills on Twitter. So
see, it's just sad because I feel like what you said with them being bored, then
they don't do it with other things.
You can just, it shows that they're bored, and they also want to have some analysis, some analytical thinking going on. But similar with the flat earth, it's they're going about it completely incorrectly.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder
So they should just apply that yearning for analytical thinking and just anywhere else like other conspiracy theories.
Well, I wonder if they want a scapegoat for how shitty their life is. You know,
That's
they want to
I
blame
think that could
something
also, yeah.
besides themselves for the reason they're in the situation they're in.
I think it would be a really interesting study to see the demographics of these type of people. Like, in all seriousness.
Yeah.
I think it would be very interesting.
Well,
It seems
funny
like
to say that.
it seems like it's white people.
Yes.
well, that's what I'm
But
saying.
also not all. I'm not gonna say it was all white people.
It seems like it's a majority.
Majority. But yeah, one also aspect that I thought was hysterical was there's subgroups within it, right? As there usually is.
yeah.
Are they like crazy flat earthers?
Yeah.
Flat
There's
earthers?
batshit flat earthers that are an extra level of batshit that think that the head flat earthers are government shills. They think they're the lizard people, and like it is, and it's funny because they were like interviewing them, and it's like, well, you know, how do I prove to these people that already believe this bullshit that I'm a real person? Like, I can show them my birth certificate. You can fake that. I can show them baby pictures. The CIA can fake that.
Well, that's exactly how all conspiracies work.
Exactly. So this woman's talking about this, and she's like upset. She's like, yeah, this like group of people, like they think I work for the CIA. I was planted here for this and this and this, and there's just no way to prove to them that I'm not. But she didn't see the fact that she is doing the same shit to other people. Like it was hysterical.
Well, and I think that's the big thing, that conspiracy theories are so I guess popular would be the word, or like they have that hook, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where it's like, you're not crazy. Everyone else is. Like,
Yeah.
they're sheeple. They aren't thinking.
Yeah.
You're the one who's thinking.
You figured it out.
And then that's the thing. They get that reward. It's like, you're the smart person. You're the one looking into this.
Yeah.
You are more smart than all of these people because you've realized this.
See,
Well,
I feel like I've talked to either you, Jacob, or you, Joseph, about how the line between like top secret, like things that the government is actually doing, and conspiracy theories is incredibly thin.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we're talking about like how do you define a conspiracy theory? And
Exactly.
my definition is it's a theory that goes against public agreement. So like as an example, flat Earth, like, the majority of the public wholly agrees the Earth is spherical, based on whether the Earth, like science or whatever. Most people believe that, and then there's some people also like, no, we're going against public thought. It's flat.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could say that JFK was killed by.
See,
John
but
Wilkes
I would
Booth.
argue that that's just like counterculture.
Yeah, because you could say that like when Galileo or whatever said the Earth was round, that he would be the conspiracy theorist at the time.
I would agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's an interesting.
Because
way
a
to
conspiracy theory becomes true, like, fact when the majority of the public is persuaded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, back then, that was a conspiracy theory until there was science to back it up.
Because that was going against the common knowledge.
Copernicus.
Yeah,
That was going against the church at the time.
Galileo.
Well, Copernicus was the center of
Copernicus.
the solar system. Everyone thought the Earth was the center of the solar system until Copernicus said the
crazy.
sun was. I'm pretty sure it's Copernicus.
Copernicus was the one who said that the Earth was rotating
Around
around
the
the
Around the
sun.
sun,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So I would think that
I
those
messed
were
that up.
Well, then who was the
conspiracy
one that
theories.
had to drink hemlock? Wasn't it Galileo? Because
One of them got killed, yeah.
I think it was Galileo that said that the Earth spun around the sun because he had to drink hemlock because it was going against the church. Because according to the church, the Catholic Church at the time, humans were the center of the
I'm
universe.
looking it up.
Well, it
'cause
was
I might be
it was
totally
definitely
wrong.
Copernicus, and Copernicus was, but he was so scared to.
He got
Published his theory.
excommunicated.
Well, no, the Copernicus. I think the story is he found everything, but he didn't say anything until he was about to die. Like, he was on his deathbed. Like, okay, now I can publish this, so I won't get like killed. in the
Someone was
street or something.
excommunicated.
I think it was Galileo.
I think Galileo was excommunicated. I don't think he had to drink hemlock though. Maybe he did.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Galileo. Whoa.
He was
Galileo.
put to death.
Galileo's championing of heliocentrism and Copernicanism was controversial. So I think it was Copernicus that was first.
Okay.
He probably published it first, and then Galileo kind of
It was like, yo, you're right.
brought it together with like the Earth being round
Yeah.
and helios.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, those were probably conspiracy theories. I mean, imagine that. Back in the day, you think the Earth's flat, and there's some guy with a beard on the street yelling at you, you know, the Earth is round. It's
Well,
like, fuck
they
this
didn't
guy.
they didn't actually think that the Earth was flat. Like even like the Egyptians knew that the Earth was round.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like until Christopher Columbus sailed across the ocean that they realized.
Well,
that's a misconception.
Well, they knew the Earth was round. He just thought he was going to hit India. They didn't know about North and South America. You could tell the Earth is round because anyone that sails, when you look on the horizon and you see a ship, you see the top of the mast first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's behind the horizon. Anyone who sails knows this.
Yeah.
Like anyone that works, with water, the oceans, knows this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this is interesting. I just googled the definition of conspiracy theory, and this is slightly different. It's a belief that some covert but influential organization is responsible for a circumstance or event. So it's saying there's somebody behind what's going on.
Right, there's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
It means that someone's organizing.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to what Dayton was saying about that line between conspiracy and what's actually going on.
And analytical thought.
And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm curious if there has been situations where they've made a conspiracy to hide something that's actually happened.
That's a conspiracy theory.
Right. But it's just that would be a conspiracy, but I wouldn't be surprised if that is taken out of context. If that makes sense.
Well, a lot of people that do believe in conspiracy theories think that there are conspiracy theories
to
hide them, and I think that kind of gets with
with
flat earthers.
Yeah, so that's part of it. Is the original guy that came up with flat Earth. He worked for NASA, and he was the photo editor to edit the photos because when they took the pictures, they would get damaged and they wouldn't look as nice. So he would doctor them and make them look nice before they were released to the public. Mm-hmm. So he saw that, and other people see that as they're fake. Yes, the pictures are fake, but that's because they're recreations
of colors. Right?
It's to recreate them. Yeah. They're not faked in the sense that they digitally created them out of imagination. Yeah. They had the photos, they got damaged, so they repaired them. So yes, they faked them. However, it's how they faked them. It's
that's what I was saying. Going back to that thought, having that thought in your mind, I feel is that first step to being oh, maybe this is all not what it seems or whatever, and then you just keep going down. I don't know. It just seems like once you start thinking that way, it goes way downhill. Yeah. Because you just start going down the rabbit hole, man.
Also, the only theory I kind of believe in is the whole JFK thing. Just because something seems off with that, as far as trajectories and physics and stuff. I wasn't there.
At this point, I don't give a shit.
He's
dead.
You're right. It doesn't matter too much, but I'm just saying, one day I'd like to know what happened with JFK. That's the only thing, though.
Yeah, there's also, there's always those weird coincidences that, just don't add up, I guess. Yeah. And, there's coincidences in everything. And, some people take that as, oh, that's proof, Mm-hmm. I talked to, I think it was you. It was 2 or 3 months ago. There's one day where I parked my car 3 times and a car drove off every time. And there was 1 second of my mind where I'm huh, that's weird. And they're wait, that's fucking dumb. It's just a coincidence. Yeah. But other people could see that and be oh, I'm being spied on. You know what I mean?
Well, it's because you are being spied.
Right. Yeah. But I'm just saying it's just that type of I get out of my car that car left 3 times. It's they were doing construction. I was just. But some people see that and oh, the FBI is watching me. I've seen the guy on Twitter talk about how he's getting spied on by it and got put in jail because he did get in jail. But he said he got in jail because he was speaking his mind. So it's just that type of perception, Yeah.
I feel it's easier to have those thoughts if you're alone a lot.
Yeah.
Because I found myself if I don't talk to anybody for a long time, I'll start having weirder thoughts like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm well, no, that's you're saying it's dumb.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It was a split second. Where I'm come on, that is the fucking stupidest thing you've thought of in 21 years.
Yeah. Because nobody else to just talk to you about just anything. Yeah. You lose perspective really quick. Yeah. So I think those people are probably isolated too, and they just.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think he lives by himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's borderline cabin fever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Shining.
And he probably, you're saying, looks online. He uses an echo chamber on Twitter. He only follows people who enforce his beliefs. Yeah.
Dude, the internet is fucking terrible as it is good. Yeah. It definitely adds to that type of stuff. All those things would not be nearly as big without it.
Yeah. Oh, well, one last thing I'll say, and I'll try not to go too long on this, but I think I think the CEO of Twitter was on Joe Rogan. It might be a different podcast, but I know he was on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like kind of grilling him about like, why didn't you do this? Like, do you regret anything?
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying like, one thing we regret is that we created echo chambers. Like if you're on Twitter, you can just follow people who believe the things you do, and they'll just reinforce your beliefs no matter what that belief is.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying like, why can't you just follow hashtags? If you follow the hashtag, you see both sides of whatever that argument is, as opposed to just following the people, the same people, who
Right.
believe what you do. If you follow the hashtag, you see both sides equally.
Right. It's like following ideas versus people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Reddit's bad with that too because of the upvote downvote system and just the nature of it swings.
I think Reddit's a little bit better because it's kind of like what Twitter like wanted to be, where it's like you
can
follow
at least
ideas.
sort by controversial too if you're feeling frisky.
Yeah. Well, and with Reddit, like, you're right. A post can get downvoted to hell and you won't ever see it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a lot of diverse people using Reddit who will all see that post.
Mm-hmm.
And with Twitter, as long as you follow somebody, you'll see what they tweet.
Yeah.
You don't have to get a certain amount of likes for
You
it
can
to
at least,
appear.
like you said, you can follow an idea or like a passion or a topic.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you'll see a post no matter what. If you tweet, I follow you, so I'm gonna see a tweet.
Yeah.
I don't need a threshold 10 likes before I see it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the most dumb shit, and if I still follow you, I'm still gonna see it. It's still gonna get in my brain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gonna start throwing astrology tweets out.
Yeah.
Get you to believe in that.
Oh man, some guy followed me recently, and I was gonna maybe follow him back, and I looked at scroll down a little bit. I'm like, nope, he's a big astrology guy. Just gonna.
He's a Virgo. I don't talk to Virgos. That's what he was thinking.
All right, well, that's our podcast for this week. Thanks for listening, guys. Again, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at EWF Podcast, and then we're on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Share with your friends, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.
See ya.